Hunter, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to get started. I've known you your whole life, but now you're getting older and you're doing like real stuff, like real stuff. You catch animals that I'm scared of. You go into situations that I don't want to be a part of. And you're how old?
12.
So what's up with that, man? Like, what are your favorite things to do?
Probably catch snakes.
Okay, so we're already off to a start. I'm going to interrupt you right now. Catching snakes, that's your favorite thing to do?
Yes.
Tell me why that is.
It just gives me the adrenaline.
Respect. Talk me through that. When did you know that was the case? Like, when were you like, wait, this is fun?
Probably when I was like 5 years old.
There was never a time at 5 I'd have been comfortable with snakes. Why are you so comfortable with wildlife like you are?
Maybe because I just grew up in the jungle.
So tell me about that. What's it like growing up in the jungle?
Fun.
Why is it fun?
You get to do things that other people don't get to do.
So catching snakes is your favorite thing to do?
Yes.
What else do you like to do?
Play soccer and surf.
Okay, which snakes do you like to relocate? Like, which is your favorite one? You're like, oh, cool, I get to see that today. Like, do you like a more dangerous one, or do you like an easier, safe one that's easy to catch?
Or dangerous one.
What snake are you most scared of?
None.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, if it was a rattlesnake or just some normal garden snake, for you, you know how to handle it and you're comfortable?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I'm 47 and I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of crocodiles. I'm scared of everything. You seem to not have that fear at all in your whole life. You've been growing up around this. But I want to know, why are you doing this? Like, do you like it?
Yeah.
So you have fun?
Yes.
All right, so it's not like your dad's making you go do this. It's just something you like to do.
It's something I like to do.
Now, I think you might have certifications now from Costa Rica.
Yes, from Instituto Coldomiro Picao.
And what does that mean exactly? Tell us what you're certified to do.
I'm certified to identify and catch snakes, and a certification for handling crocodiles at halfway.
That's my second least favorite animal. So snakes and crocodiles you're pretty comfortable with?
Yes.
Snake or crocodile, which one would you rather go deal with?
Probably crocodile.
Is that because it's new and you're used to snakes?
No, I think it's just a little more fun.
Tell me why.
And hard.
The challenge.
Yeah.
I get that. There was a crocodile in the water once and I was just tripping out. Do you have any advice for that situation?
Stay out of the water.
That's pretty good advice. All right, so let's get back to snakes. I'm scared of snakes. One's at my house. When is it acceptable for me to call you guys and bother you because you have very busy schedules?
Well, if you have an emergency, it's...
Well, for me, again,
Okay.
I'm a wuss. So a tiny little snake in the middle of the house, that's an emergency to me, but I don't think that is maybe an emergency to you.
If it is for you, it is for us.
Do you have any tips for us to know which snakes are venomous, like the shape of their head or their design? Any advice real quick?
The shapes of their head doesn't really mean much, but pretty hard to explain the difference. But there's only 4 venomous snakes here.
Do you know the 4 snakes that they are? Do you want to tell us those?
So it's the Chibabachinga, coral snake, and the rattlesnake, and the sea snake.
Okay. So which of those should I be most scared of?
Probably the most venomous one is the sea snake, but if you don't bother it, it won't mess with you. I would probably say the rattlesnake.
Is that the most common one, or is the curl snake more common for you?
Probably the rattlesnake's more common.
Okay, so rattlesnake, all right, that makes sense. So a lot of people can relate to that. You hear the term fertile ants thrown around a lot, and your dad in the past has told me it's probably not a fertile ants, but people like to say that.
Yes.
Is that the hog viper thing that you were just talking about?
No. The hognose pit viper, we've really not seen any here, but people say they're here. They normally think fertile ants are a non-venomous one with a slight toxin, so they're normally not venomous.
Interesting. So here, rattlesnakes probably our biggest concern?
Yeah.
Okay, so rattlesnakes in the house. We call you guys to handle it. You come in with what tools and materials? How do you deal with it?
We come in with a hook, a snake hook. It has like a hook on the end like this, and we make it, and a bag or a bucket sometimes.
I guess here's where the challenging part comes. How do you get the snake on the hook and into the bag or the bucket?
Well, it's pretty simple for us. So, you just slide the hook right under, and like in the middle of its body, you pick it up, and
So you lift it up from there, and that's how you're able to steer it?
yeah.
And you're not scared when you do this? No. People need to worry about the rattlesnake the most, is what it sounds like. And what you're saying is they should know to call you by however much it basically bothers them.
Yeah.
Like if people are freaking out, call.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Again, give us your most important points that you want people to know. Like what message would you like for people to have who might be concerned about wildlife or how to deal with it?
If you're afraid of the animal, you should back away and take deep breaths and calm down, and then call the fire department, and they'll come in and catch it and relocate it.
Nice. So people will be afraid, just so you know.
Yeah.
So you're saying if they're scared, what should they do? Should they get it into a corner, or should they isolate the animal? Like,
They should leave it,
all right, so just let it be.
let it be. And if you don't mess with it, it won't mess with you.
Okay, very good. What other animals? Oh, skunks, because they're pretty common around here. People might not know that. And they're really cute too. They're all small and cute and cuddly here in Costa Rica, but they still stink.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with it?
So normally we go in the place where the skunks are, and we have a kennel, and there's a plastic bag around it,
So kennel with plastic around it.
and we put the skunks inside with what you use for catching dogs, for
Okay,
example, like a snare.
okay.
And you put them inside the kennel with the snare, and
And the snare's not long enough to keep your distance, so you don't have
Yeah.
to get skunked?
and we put it inside, and then we leave a bit of air so they can breathe,
Right?
and we close it, and then we relocate it.
Now, let me ask you a question, because when I was young, if people saw a snake, they just kill it. Always kill it. That was even, a lot of people were just taught that as they're growing up. Every time you talk about snakes, you talk about relocating it and that they stay alive.
Yeah.
Is that something like you think of and you're proud of, or to you, does it matter whether it gets killed or whether it stays alive? Like, what's your emotional, how do you see this?
I think it's just wrong for people to kill it, because there's never an excuse for just to call us, and we would just come and get it. It's very not hard. It's not very hard.
So you have an issue when people around here kill snakes unnecessarily.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Interesting. Now, what do you say to people when you meet them and they're just scared of them? And again, a lot of people are terrified of snakes. What do you say? Like, how do you explain that to people? Or do they listen?
So they do listen. I tell them that if you don't mess with it, it won't mess with you. So like, just keep your distance from it, and it'll just leave you alone.
Gotcha. All right, so let's jump off of snakes and wildlife for a moment. So you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Hunter Bombard Jungle Voice.
What's it about?
Relocating snakes, nature.
So people can go see you in action right there?
Yeah.
All right, and you've been doing this for how long?
7 years.
All right, and now you're certified, so the next 7 years you'll be doing the same thing?
Yep.
Right on. You always have been interesting, and I like that about you, but it's strange because you're confident and not scared of things most 12-year-olds are. So I'm going to ask you a weird question. What are you scared of? Like, what's something that bothers you? I want to see the human side of you. I know you're tough, and I know you know animals. I want to know what you're scared of.
Talking in front of public.
So, say that again in front of these cameras. I'm just kidding. How's school going?
Good.
Where are you going right now?
Casa de las Estrellas.
Oh, geez. Tell me about it. Off the top of your head. Like, what do you like about your school?
That it's right on the beach. It gives you the ability to learn about nature.
Well, that's you.
And-
You're a nature guy.
and you can go to school with no shoes if you want.
That's kind of funny. I never had that option. You live in Nosara, Costa Rica. You like snakes, soccer, and surfing. Is there a better place in the world for you to grow up?
For me, no.
So you know that? Like at 12, you're just like, this is it. Right, so being a 12-year-old in Nosara, how do you like it?
It's good.
Can you think of anything bad about Nosara?
The pollution,
Why is that important?
because it's killing a lot of our wildlife, like the turtles and the fish, and just killing almost everything.
Do you think humans are going to get it together? To be determined?
Yeah.
That was a tough question. All right, so what are your 3 favorite restaurants here?
Salajes,
What do you like to get at Salajes?
probably their burger.
What else?
El Chivo,
Chivo, okay. What do you like to get at Chivo?
probably the chicken wings.
Okay. We've heard that many times on this podcast. All right. All right, last option.
Oh, Mala Crianza at Garza.
Ah, okay. Okay, bueno. Do you have anything in particular you like there?
Pizza's really good.
All right, so Hunter, what the heck, man? You understand this stuff. I don't. You seem very calm. You're not scared. What's going on?
Well, I guess that me growing up around my dad and riding along with him has, like,
That's who you are now.
yeah.
This is you. At 12 years old, you're certified to handle wild animals, and you're comfortable relocating them, and you don't like it when people kill them.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for coming in, speaking with us. I appreciate everything you do for the community. Congratulations on your certifications for snakes and crocodiles. That's incredible. You're one of the most interesting 12-year-olds I've ever met. Your YouTube channel, what's the name again?
Hunter Bombard Jungle Boys.
And that's stories and visuals of you relocating animals over the past 7 years?
Yes.
All right. Again, thanks for everything that you're doing. What message do you have for anyone listening while you have this platform? What would you like to get out there?
So if you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you.
That's really good advice.
Just call us.
Got it. So when an animal's in your house or in your yard, don't panic. Call you guys. Don't mess with them, and wait patiently.
Yes.
And then remember to make their donations to the Bombard so that you can have food and you guys can keep doing. All right. Good luck surfing. I might start taking you surfing, and we'll have you back in a couple years and see where everything's at.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you.